What's up, guys? John here, doing another episode of Factorio. So last time we had just expanded the research labs and everything. We checked in on where we were at with electrical production. Right now we're just kind of gathering some more resources. We're going to head over here, build up our raw materials production, because you can see we're really not packing these belts too full with the amount of iron we're producing. So we're going to put out some more electric mining drills here. We're going to have to lay out... Oh, see, now I'm out of mining drills. Let's go ahead and power those up. We're building some more still. And you can see up top there that it's not particularly packed there either. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add a bunch of more drills. And we're going to mess around a bit with the arrangement of the belts and everything. So that you can see, like, this belt on the left here, that's a little bit more backed up on one side compared to the belt for our secondary set of furnaces. So we're going to redirect some of that over here, see what that does for us. Still working on building a bunch more drills, so we're going to put down a couple more furnaces as well while we're here. Just basically using... still using the burner inserted on that side since they do have access to coal, but we'll replace those eventually. Basically just laying out more and more electric drills again, since now that we redirected some of those belts over there. Now this belt isn't backing up fully. This takes a little bit of tinkering to get right. Eventually you just find a patch of iron big enough that you can just have, a crap ton of drills going all at once, and they're all just basically feeding the same... they're all feeding, like, one belt feeds into another, and they kind of all combine, and then you never really have to worry about, oh, are we backing up the belt all the way? And see here we have drills on both sides of these two belts going left and right, and then we also put in, we have them both feed into one belt going straight up, so that way we have that, we're definitely backing that up all the way, making sure that we have that all the way full. But, as is, we're kind of already producing all the copper we can, so we need more furnaces. And I'm going to fill up our stone drill there, put out some more. Here we go. We're basically going to make an entire secondary set of furnaces in a moment. But first I'm going to take, basically going to route some of this coal over to... Well, I was going to route some of this coal over to the stone drill, but we really just don't use it that often. So I'm just going to add this in here, make sure that it only gets on the one end. And then we're going to go ahead and start putting down our furnaces here. We're going to put up a whole second line of furnaces smelting some copper, because we're going to need that. Make some burner inserters. Again, still using those for just for the one side. A couple more. Boom, boom. So now we got all these guys are producing some copper, lay down some inserters, lay out electricity, because these inserters on the exit side don't have access to coal, so we'll make sure that those are electric ones that can run without access to coal. So now we got this whole second thing of copper running. We're gonna bend the belts a little bit here so that, again, we're outputting two different sides of the belt. And then, oh, now look here, we're kind of running low on coal, so let's go ahead and add some more coal mining here, because we're not really starved for it yet, but we're also hardly again, we're if our usage increases by any non-negligible amount, then we're gonna end up being starved for coal a little bit. So we're just gonna drop this down here, and boom, that comes in on that side. And see, now it's all hitting on this side and backing up. We only have one drill coming on the other side. So we'll just rearrange some of this, and there we go. And that didn't really change anything, but I don't realize that till a little bit later. Just change this around. There we go. Add some more drills in. Same, the drill. Or some stupid joke, I don't know. Still basically really only pumping out to the one side, so we need to fix that. There we go, that's better. And just go ahead and... Let's see. So we also... Oh, we need to get our research going because I didn't have that going. I currently only have level 1 assembly machines, and I need to get those up to level 2 because they go a lot faster and can assemble a lot more different things. At this point, we really need to get... oh, there we go, we finished that. We're going to research lab research speed so that each new thing we research takes a little bit less time. Going to need some wood here. Going to need to clear some of that. So right now I'm thinking, let's go ahead and start on a couple of our main buses. That's going to have like a main bus that outputs like 3 or 4 belts full of iron, one that's like 3 or 4 belts full of copper, 3 or 4 belts full of stone, steel. So I'm kind of gonna go ahead and clear out all the loose little bits and bobs that are in this area. Just kind of trying to visualize where I want to put all this. Go ahead and basically gather up all the extra belts and everything from over here. A bunch of green circuits because those are going to be needed to make the inserters. And we're gonna go and just start laying some of these out. If I walk on the belts as I'm making them, as I'm placing them, then I get a little bit of a speed boost as I run. Put that in my hotbar. And so we lay out a couple of these. And I have sort of a standard design that I kind of go for. I've never really researched what other people do. I'm sure there's much better ways to do this. Oh, another research. We're going to go ahead and get electricity research there so that we can get the different kinds of power poles. Because right now we only have access to the very basic kind of electric pole, which is really not super useful because it can only go so far. So researching that will get us access to the longer range telephone poles. But yeah, I basically have this setup where you can see like... So this will produce, for example, gears, and then the next one will produce like, let's say you need to make, a certain item, and that item needs ingredients A, B, and C. So this first set of 2 assemblers will make ingredient A, the second set will make ingredient B, so on and so forth, and they'll all feed down onto these belts heading off to the right down at the bottom here, and then all those will basically, you can see I also have going up the middle an input belt. And that'll be basically feeding those assemblers so that, they have the resources they need to make this stuff. And it'll basically be one thing feeding into another, feeding into another, feeding into another. This is probably, pretty standard, not anything special, but this is just the best way I've found to do it in my own research. So, first thing we need here, more research, here we go. Advanced material processing is good because we need steel pretty soon, and this allows us to research steel. You can see I'm not... I haven't powered any of these yet because I'm waiting till I get I just finished researching the other electrical research, which gets me the longer range power poles, but I need steel for those, and I don't have steel yet, which is what I'm researching now. So these ones actually require 3 ingredients, and you can only have, you only have a left side and a right side of your belts going up the middle there. So this way I have, I can have both ingredients being fed in there. And put this here. And these, then, those are going to feed into... Oh, what do we do next? Another lab research speed. Just keep speeding that on up. And then this will be fed just by the copper and gears, which are still going to be getting produced by the machines we already have set up over there. And... that's our output. Expand those, there we go. So, put those there. Power everything up. And then up next, this will start making green science. And, I ran out of, see, this is what I said earlier. You're always hurting for items until you have, like, a proper assembly line going. And these will be fed by this belt in the middle, produce our green science. I'm debating on whether or not I actually want to keep this, because we already have a pretty decent red and green science production going. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I might just end up trashing this part and then just starting with the next set of stuff, which I believe is like military science. And then I always leave a few gaps in between, because with the... I think the yellow or the lowest level underground belts can only go over like 4 can go only skip over 4 spaces, I believe. I could be wrong on that, I forget. But this way, by only putting 4 belts and then leaving a gap, you leave room for A, belts to go underground underneath that, and B, you know, you also need those gaps in between, because that's where you're going to be pulling stuff off of one belt to put it into the input belt for another. And I got to go back over here and get more resources. I'm running out of everything. Get more belts, get more circuits, yada yada. More iron, more copper wire, everything. You basically just need everything all the time. And then once you have some stuff set up to a certain degree... Oh, and what are we going to make next? Let's go ahead and start on engines, because eventually I'm going to need to start expanding out, and I'm going to need a car for that, so I'm not just like walking at half a mile an hour exploring huge chunks of the map trying to find more patches of ore and iron and copper and coal and everything, because the ones I have here ain't going to last forever, that's for sure. Power these up. Oh, what do we do next? Let's see. I know that we need, I don't know why I picked fluid handling actually, but whatever, it's almost done anyways. Oh yeah, because it's one of the ones, a lot of other stuff coming up needs more than just the red and green science we have, so we kind of gotta pick from that. Oh, was that? Oh, one of those was not, oh, we need more stone, but I think one of my, oh right, we need, we're gonna start working on military science here soon, and for that I need, walls, and for that I need bricks. So basically I'm just gonna feed stone off of there. I'm gonna need to bring coal over here in a second, but kind of got thrown off my game here and forgot what I was doing, so I'm just kind of making this part up as I go along, more or less. So now that'll feed off of there. Oh, what are we gonna research? Steel. Yeah, the plastics, because I really want to get to electric furnaces as soon as possible, because then you don't have to worry about feeding coal into your furnaces, and that's a huge help, because you can worry about your input being just the raw materials you actually need. So there we go, we're gonna have coal coming in here, and then output that. Just start filling that in as I go, since there we go. Okay, I'm gonna put some more drills in here, because right now that's the bottleneck, is the amount of stuff we have coming out of here. Power that up, more drills, plug that in. But yeah, you can see right now it's just none of it's even getting to the third and fourth furnace, because it's all getting eaten up by the first two. But we're gonna need to, while we're down here, we're gonna need steel for a lot of this, for the a lot of the stuff we're gonna be making here. So we're gonna take some of this iron off of here, and we're gonna be making steel. So steel, you basically just take iron, and you just basically recook the iron. We're gonna need some coal here, so we'll pop that off. Oh, and let's go and work on circuits, whatever. I don't really, I just basically just picked something that was close by at the moment. So we got coal coming in one side, iron coming in the other side. Gonna make some burner inserters, because I like to use the burners on there, because they don't use, that way you're not having to worry about electricity. And I'm going to start trying to get steel furnaces going, which produce a lot faster, but for that I need stone, brick, and I need steel. So I need steel to make steel furnaces, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But we're going to set this all up, so this will start producing steel, and then I'll just upgrade it as I go. As these furnaces produce steel, I'll take it off the assembly line, use it to make steel furnaces. And then just as I create steel furnaces, I'll just replace these stone furnaces with steel furnaces as I go, just kind of upscaling things on the fly. So I got those down here now, and I can just drop them on top, and it automatically replaces the stone furnace without like disrupting anything, which is good. And yeah, right. I really got to get this. Let's go ahead and research. We chose to research mining productivity, so our drills will produce the same amount a little bit faster now. I'm just building these as fast as I can as I get more and more steel, and I keep having to run back and get more steel, get more stone as I go, because I'm just consuming it faster than it can make it. So I'm going to put even more down here, because steel takes a lot longer to cook, so to speak, than just regular iron does. So, you know, you can have the same amount of furnaces and still be going a lot slower. And just keep eating on it. And I'm also going to replace these furnaces over here that are making the iron. I'm going to replace those as soon as I can with steel furnaces, because then it'll produce iron faster, which will mean more iron for us to use to make more steel, and and then at this point, we're kind of not getting any iron down here, because the amount that we're bringing over is getting used up by all the furnaces over here. So we're basically just gonna spend some time here trying to make sure that both sides get it. But see, now there's not enough coming up this end, so I'm gonna start collecting all of this steel here, just so that I don't have to keep manually grabbing it. But now I need more stone. I'm gonna power up this guy while I'm over here, and just put that under there. Damn it, that way, and there we go. Okay. Gotta grab more stone brick, make more furnaces, and then I'll add some more stuff in here too while I'm at it, because right now there's just not enough stone being produced by these drills that it's all getting grabbed up by, yeah, I gotta correct this too, because they were feeding onto the wrong, there we go. I had both things feeding onto the same side of the belt, which was making it so that the stone couldn't get down there, because we had coal blocking it up, which was a pain in the butt. So grab all those, put some more stuff down here, right there, power it up. More, always need more electrical poles. Grab those. Okay, so grab all the steel we can. Make a bunch more steel furnaces once we're done making a bunch of incinerator arms, because we need those too. And then what I'm going to do here is, because we're basically just getting all of this over this way, I'm going to put some more over here and just bring this underneath. Basically just cancel everything, because I need those immediately. Bring that underneath there. Just boom, boom. So now we have that feeding into both ends. So we're just trying to bring in as much steel as or iron as we can, because there's just not enough iron to feed the steel furnaces to make steel. And then just as we're going, we're going to start upgrading. But, I think we'll call this an episode here. You can look at the clouds of smoke. You can actually, this is my pollution cloud on the map. Good thing I'm playing on peaceful mode, or I'd be getting killed by monsters. But we'll call this an episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!